Hey guys, this is Chris from Critters Rehatched, and I'm back again with another Critters Memorabilia collection update. I have a lot of stuff here to go over with you guys, but it's not completely finished yet. I am waiting on one more item, but I had to go ahead and do a video because I am actually moving really soon, and I'm not sure when that package is going to arrive, so I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way so that I could go ahead and put these in the stuff with all my other Critters things and get them all organized so that whenever I move and box stuff up, it'll all be organized and I won't like leave anything or forget where it's at or get it, destroyed or anything like that. So I wanted to go ahead and get this video done so that I could get these up with the rest of my collection so I can start boxing stuff up. So once I get the new item, I will do another video for you guys to show you what I got. But let's go ahead and talk about some of these things here. Let's get something small out of the way. The first thing I got here is Fangoria issue magazine number 115. And the reason I picked this up is because there is a review in it for Critters 3. And that's the only thing that's in it. Yeah, it's kind of silly to get a full magazine just for one little magazine article or one little review. But it is the only time that this is reviewed in the magazine, and they actually don't give it a very good review. It's kind of bashing it, saying that it's not worth picking up or anything like that. So there's that, guys. Fangoria issue number 115. Next up is another Fangoria magazine here, and this one is issue number 144. And the reason I got this one is because if you'll notice down here, there is a little article called Skeletons in the Closet, and it is about Critters 3 starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And they basically just describe what the plot of Critters 3 is, and then tell you that Leonardo DiCaprio is a star nowadays, and that he never does interviews about Critters 3, and he shouldn't because Critters 3 isn't that good of a movie, but it stars a big star, and that he's in that movie. That's all it was. It was a letdown on what it was, but I didn't really know it. I just knew that there was something Critters 3 related in it, so I picked up the magazine just to have it in my collection, but that's all it was. The next thing here is actually really cool, and it's a pretty big poster, so I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it very well. But I found this poster online, and before I show you the poster, it's kind of weird. It's like a cardboard. It almost feels like it's made out of cardboard. It's really strange. But I found this online. I think this might be a Spanish poster, even though it's in the language and stuff is all English. But it's really strange poster. I've never seen it before, and I actually got a really good deal on it. So I had to pick it up. I had to get it. And it is Critters Special Cops. And look at that thing. Yeah, it's got a lot of folds and it's torn and stuff like that, but this is the only time I've ever seen this poster. And I had to pick this thing up. This thing is absolutely amazing. And it's really cool. It's one of the few artworks I've ever seen like this. There's a couple other ones that have like mashups and stuff made for the poster, but I've never seen this one before, and that's Critters Special Cops. I've heard that it is a Spanish, it was a Spanish release, or something like that. The poster was for a Spanish release. But the guy also had a group of Critters lobby cards that were, I believe they were French, and I've never seen those before either. He showed me pictures of them, and they were really cool looking, different from any other lobby card that I've ever seen. But I wasn't able to pick that up at the moment because I didn't have the money after buying this poster. But I did pick up, before I got that, I did pick up a few other lobby cards. And actually, before I say this is actually more of like a press photo than anything. It even goes through and tells you what it's for. And it says, this one says, copyright Columbia Pictures Television. So I believe this was a press, like these were press photos for the TV version of Critters. When it like premiered on TV, they had this going around. I don't know if it was like sent to the different companies for like to show on TV to say, hey, here's some pictures and stuff, put this on TV. I don't know. But we have one with Helen Brown. We have one with the critter attacking the boyfriend. Then we have one with the family that's setting up in the bedroom. Then we have one with Bradley Brown. And then next we have another one with Helen and Brad Brown. Then we have April, who's up in the barn. And one with the bounty hunter of Ugg. And another one here with Charlie and the sheriff. And then we have both bounty hunters, Ugg and Charlie. Well, I guess it'd be Lee, but then the last one here we have is Helen shooting the gun. Now, these are really cool. These were perfect condition. I thought they were going to be a little bit bigger than what they were because I thought they were lobby cards. But they were really cool that these are the television like premiere photos and stuff like that. I thought it was really, really cool. And I would love to get these things framed. Like if I could get these all framed up and put them in like a row, that'd be really, really cool. But there's that. And the next thing here. Now this one, I got these three things together here. And they came in these little packages here. And they are, if I can pull them out here, you won't be able to see them because they're film reels. They are scattered film reels from the movie. And I was actually testing out to see if you guys could see these. But they're really, really hard to see. And I have a flashlight here. And I was actually going to shine the flashlight on them to show you guys what they are. But it still makes it really, really hard to make out. So I'm not going to go through and show you all of these. There's like 15 or 20 of them in each package. There's like 15 or 20 of them for Critters 2 and one for the first Critters movie. Now, I don't know what happened, but I bought these. And the guy accidentally sent me a second one with Critters 2. I only paid for one, but he sent me one that has a second package with it. And they're all different ones. There's none of them that are the same. So it's really, really cool to have these. And what I'd like to do, I don't know if anybody knows this or not, is there a way to frame something with the light shining from underneath? Like have a light in the background to shine through? Because if so, I'd like to get these framed up with the light shining through. That way you could see the actual image. I don't know if that's possible or not because it's like a film strip, but if you guys know anything about it, please let me know. I would love to get that thing framed up. The next thing I have here is, let's go through these first. These are press photos that are for the Sci-Fi Channel, and it is for Critters 3. Now these are official press photos. These were sent to the Sci-Fi Channel for promotional reasons. And at the bottom of it, it even has like a little tagline for it. It says, "A slew of furry razor-toothed aliens besiege a Kansas family in Critters to be telecast Saturday, September 10th." And now this is really cool because it says Critters, but there's an image from Critters 3. So I don't know what that's about. But then we have another one here for Critters 3. And it is, "The ghoulish critters are back, and this time at a strain of genetically engineered mutant critters want to take over the universe in Critters 4. And again, this is an image from Critters 3, a behind-the-scenes image from Critters 3. Then we have one for Critters 2, and this is a double photo here. And I'm not going to go through and read all of that because it's really long, but it just basically describes what the scene is happening about the bounty hunters and then Charlie and Brad. There was actually a double copy of this one in there, so I got two of them. There's actually two of these, which is really cool. That way I can frame one up and still have one extra to hang out and show off. So that's really cool. The last one that came with it is one for Critters 4, another behind-the-scene image here. And it says, Paul Whithorn battles a feisty creature in Critters 4 from New Line Home Video. And this one has actually got it correct. It got Critters 4 on there. Now these are really cool. These were presented, I believe, to the Sci-Fi Channel when they premiered on TV. So I'm really, really happy to have those. But one thing that drew me to this purchase, and I actually battled this purchase out. Like, I was literally down to the last second whenever I bid at a higher bid and actually won. I wasn't going to win. I really wasn't going to win. And as soon as it hit 1, I hit like the accept new offer or whatever, new bid, and it went through, and I got so lucky on that one. But one of the things that drew me through here is it came with a few 35 millimeter, well, it might not be 35, but projection reels from the actual movie. These are a little bit easier to see. I'll turn them around here. It actually says Critters 3, and it's for the Sci-Fi Channel. So this was whenever the movie, I guess the reels themselves were sent to the Sci-Fi Channel to be, to air on TV. And whenever, I don't know if the guy actually put these together himself with like the little cardboard thing, or if this was how the entire reel, like every single frame had a reel like this sent to him for like promotional copies. Like they have like a little scene from it and they send it to him. I don't know. It says on the back of this one, there's one for Critters 4 here too. And it says, professional duplicate this side towards screen. So I'm guessing they actually sent these toward to the Sci-Fi Channel for them to view, as to say, hey, this is what the thing is, and you guys should definitely pick this up. So it's really, really cool. I'm not sure exactly how they were used or anything. Like I said, I'm really confused by it, but I'm sorry if I'm confusing you all. But these things are really cool, and there was actually a double one of this one for the Critters 3. So I have Critters 4, Critters 3, and Critters 3. These two right here are the same ones. But the fact that these... One thing that I wanted to talk about with this is I had no idea that these existed. Because Critters 2 and Critters 1 and Critters 2 are the only films to ever get a 35 millimeter release because they were in theaters, so they had to have the 35 millimeter copies of them sent to different theaters. Critters 3 and Critters 4, they were released straight to video. And so therefore they were never made for theaters, they never shown in theaters, so there was never any 35 millimeter copies that ever existed. But somehow they had to get a copy to TV stations. So they had to make a 35 millimeter copy to send to TV stations so that they could air on TV. And so therefore they have to be extremely rare. Those copies have to be extremely rare because I'm sure they only made just a few of them to pass around to television companies. And to have 35 millimeter copies from these rare 35 millimeters is really, really cool. And I think it's going to be really hard to find even more of them. But that was the first time I'd ever seen them. And so I had to jump on it, and I was in like a bidding war with this person, and I just had to pick those up. But thank you guys for watching these. I would go through and show you all the other Critters 35 millimeter film reels, but they're just really, really hard to see. So I'm not even going to bother with that. But that's it, guys. That's all I got for this collection update. I do have, like I said, I have one more poster coming in, and I will show that off whenever I do get it. But thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again on my next update. Let me know what you all think of the additions to my collection. Thank you, guys.